My name is Chico Brenes. I was born in Nicaragua. I came to San Francisco in 1985, and the neighborhood that we lived in, the school by the house that we lived by, there was some launch ramps, there was quarter pipes, and those are my first early memories of me being introduced to skateboarding. Seeing people ollie and everything was just like, whoa, how are they doing this? Skateboarding in San Francisco is just, for me, it's about, different people, different cultures coming together. Like, I remember going to Embarcadero and just, it didn't matter black, white, whatever you were, it didn't matter. As long as you got down in your skateboard, that's how you gain your respect, And for me, that was one of the things that attracted, a lot of, people like me. I was an immigrant, so being accepted by this community, by skateboarding and everything, I felt, welcome. The most iconic spot in San Francisco for me, it has to be Embarcadero, for me, that's where everything started. It had everything that you wanted, from stairs, ledges, gaps, everything, and although the bricks made it a little bit difficult to skate, especially riding really tiny wheels. Like, after a while, that was just music to our ears, and we got just used to that, and it was like smooth ground to us, pretty much, skating in Embarcadero. It didn't matter. We embraced all that when people would come from out of town, from New York or, from Philly or from everything like that. We kind of embraced it. It almost felt, because they kind of had their own thing, they kind of had their own plaza, so it was like, we kind of welcome, some people. Some of the early times going to New York, and seeing some people that I met that came through Embarcadero, and then showing me around over there, skating the banks or skating around New York. And, so we always try to show the love to, people from the East Coast and, from everywhere, really. I feel the future, seeing like, the GX crew bring some kind of a fresh air to skateboarding to the city, and skating in a different way, seeing what they do. It's also, like in a gnarly way, you know what I mean? And I feel also like the UN Plaza building, like not natural, but almost like a natural, like, plaza feel here in the city. It's also going to attract, more people to skate. For a while, a lot of these spots obviously became a bust. Pier 7, Embarcadero, places that you couldn't really skate here in the city. So seeing the city doing stuff like this, and I think it's just going to attract more people and more people to skate. And one thing I got to say, for me, skateboarding kept me out of trouble, to be honest, you know what I mean? Because I was already hanging out with the wrong knuckleheads at school, and I just wanted to go to Embarcadero and skate, so I can see that with the younger generation too. And, even when they built Potrero, I remember moving back from LA, seeing Jake there all the time and seeing how helpful he was to all the young kids, hooking them up with boards, you know what I mean? And I think that's necessary, man, for the generation, for the younger generation.